One of the biggest, I think, impacts that esports has had in kind of the current generation of gamers is that we take these games, especially the free-to-play ones, such as League of Legends and such, and we take them and we only focus on that one game. And gaming for us turns into, I have to play Counter-Strike more. I need to play League of Legends more. I need to play Dota more. And that's exactly what gaming just becomes for us. It just becomes this one game that we're trying to get good at over and over again. And becoming a gamer just means you play League of Legends a lot. And in my opinion, it's kind of reached that part of gaming where it's like back in the day, back in the day, we used to call people who only played Call of Duty nerds, and like if you weren't a true gamer, if all you played is Call of Duty, or people who played Madden all the time. You know, if you only played Madden Sports, you weren't a true gamer. You weren't playing fantasy, you know, world developing, character development stories and murder. No, you played Madden Sports. Nowadays, it's, you know, you could say the same thing about people who play League of Legends, essentially. People who play Counter-Strike, like myself. When I first started playing Counter-Strike, that's all I played. It's the only thing I did. The only game I ever wanted to play. And there's a reason for that. You want to get better. You know, a lot of people don't like being bad at something, and it's fun to grow and it's fun to get better at something, at least for some people. And I understand the concept, but you have to understand that you can focus too much on something, and then when that is not enough for you anymore, what do you have left? You know, you're not exposed to any other kind of game. Your horizons are not widened to any sort of new concept of a game. You know, I personally don't like card games very much. I don't enjoy card games. I think real life card games are kind of boring. It's just not something that's ever been my cup of tea. But then I played Hearthstone, and Hearthstone to me is extremely fun. I love the animations. I love the cards. I love getting golden cards and unpacking cards. It's so much fun. Honestly, it's opened up a whole new kind of game for me. I'm now interested in Magic. I'm interested in a bunch of stuff I was interested in before. And yeah, I played World of Warcraft beforehand, but I don't think that really influenced why I wanted to play Hearthstone. I think Hearthstone as a card game in itself was interesting to me. Now, I don't play it as much as I used to nowadays. I don't agree. In Hearthstone, you kind of have a problem with, you know, if you're not keeping up with the newest cards, you're kind of screwed. You know, that's how it is. But playing with my friends, it's fun. I enjoy it. And the other problem that can happen with you is new games. You know, if a new game comes out, let's look at Metal Gear Solid, for instance, since we talked about that in the last video. I only played Metal Gear for 40-something hours, it says on my Steam, and I hadn't really done much else besides maybe a Counter-Strike game in between here and there, but I really only played Metal Gear. And the problem with that is now I'm sick of the game. I really don't want to play anymore. I've beaten the story. I don't want to do the side quest because to me it's kind of the same game over and over again. And the reason for that is because I've put so much hours in such a short amount of time that it's kind of dry. You know, and that's a problem, is that you need to kind of look at gaming in general and just be like, you know, you can't work yourself too hard on a game. You know, one of the things that I've heard certain YouTubers like Jacksepticeye and a couple other ones say, what they really enjoy is that they get to spread out content on their channel a lot. And what that means essentially is that they're not playing one game for 57 parts in a row and nothing else but that game. They're playing tons of other stuff that's making way more opportunities for them to kind of try out all these new games, and it's getting them, you know, away from a main title game. So I think what would have been better for me is if I would have been playing Metal Gear and I would have stopped for some time and played something else, and I think that would have made going back to Metal Gear after a period of time a lot more enjoyable than it was just kind of playing non-stop. And that's a really hard thing to break. I mean, I remember being younger and a new game would come out and I'd beat the game in 2 days, and I usually wouldn't touch it again because that was most of the time when I played single player games. And that's something that we kind of have to try and avoid, I think, now. I think if you look at some of the new gamers now, that you can kind of see a trend where it's like they kind of focus on just a few different games, and that's obviously not true for all of them, but it's true for a lot of them. And really what I want to be able to do is kind of show people that there's more to just League of Legends. There's more than just your favorite esport game. You know, there's a lot of games out there, games that you don't think you would enjoy. You know, Until Dawn could be one of those games. It's this game I didn't think I would enjoy watching. I really don't like adventure stylish games like that, and it wasn't really a horror game. It was more so of an adventure. And I'm not really into that, but I really like that game. I got really into it, and I think games like that open your concepts to things that are usually not something that you're used to. And I just think that there's a lot that variety can do for you as a gamer. There's a lot that variety can do for you as a creative person. You know, video games are supposed to be art, And you watching the same style of art, take Baroque art for instance, you know, if I just stare at Baroque art all day, I'm not going to enjoy that very much. You know, I need to open my eyes to different kinds of things, and you know, that's not true for every person, but this is trying to just reach out to the kind of gamer that may be getting bored with what he's doing, maybe kind of feeling less into the games he's playing. There's a wide open landscape in front of you right now. There's a wide open area of all the different kinds of games, all these different indie games, all these different... Steam is amazing. Let's put it like that. Steam is amazing. It's horrible and amazing at the same time. It's kind of like 4chan. You know, there's a lot of good, a lot of bad, but you dig deep enough and you can find some pretty cool stuff and some pretty horrible stuff, but mostly good stuff. I don't know, I just think that it's really good for you to kind of keep your eyes open and keep your mind open when it comes to video games. So that's what I came to tell you guys today. I hope you kind of take these concepts and just apply them, and maybe tell one of your friends if they're struggling with maybe getting burnt out on a game. That's something that's really important to not do. And sorry you just got to stare at some B-roll footage for this, but I'm just trying to figure out a style that works for me. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed kind of listening to me rant, even though it wasn't really a rant. I'm just kind of trying to help you. Thanks.